Hello, everyone. My guest today is Frederic Joey. He's the co-founder and president of Arcanys. Arcanys is a Swiss software development outsourcing firm in the Philippines that specializes in building highly skilled, dedicated teams of developers for startups and established businesses in need for robust software solutions. Prior to Arcanys, he worked in IT and operational projects in the finance and software industry in Switzerland for over 10 years. Frederic, you have quite an interesting story and you have achieved a great deal of success so far. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the show today.
Hi, Thomas, and thank you for having me.
It's great to have you, man. So tell us and the audience a little bit more about how you got to where you are today.
So I worked for about 10 years in Switzerland in the finance industry, so both insurance and banking, specifically closer to the, I would say, IT departments, so operations and IT. And I got an opportunity to join a longtime friend of mine who has been an entrepreneur for most of his life in Hong Kong in 2009. And from there, we worked on a small e-commerce venture in Hong Kong that we actually moved to the Philippines in 2010. And this is what allowed us actually to start building Arcanys, which today is a software development company from the Philippines, and we have about 250 people that are working with us in our offices for clients in Europe, in Australia, some parts of Asia, and the US.
Got it. Okay, cool. So is Arcanys, the software development company, your main focus right now? Because if I look at your LinkedIn profile, you have a couple of different companies down there.
Yes. So yes, Arcanys is my main focus. That's what eats most of my time. So I'm in charge of sales and marketing. So I'm working with a team that I also have in the Philippines. And I'm also looking after a few other companies, mostly in the digital advertising. And so this also takes a good amount of my time, but my main focus is Arcanys.
Okay, got it. And basically along the way, you have now built or co-founded a couple of companies and multiple companies, so you're quite successful in your journey. What were some of the top resources that have helped you as a founder and CEO along the way to basically become successful?
Yeah, I think I've always been interested in entrepreneurship, and the best resources that really have helped me out along the way were and still are my friends, and most of the companies that all of them that I'm currently working on at the moment are companies that I've co-founded with longtime friends that I had from college or from university.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so did it always go well actually? Because oftentimes you hear, well, don't start a company with your friends or something like that.
Yeah.
How did that go?
I would say it's been mostly a good road, if you want, or good relationships. We have had some difficult times, especially with Arcanys when the business didn't do so well because of bad decisions we had made. So of course it may have put some strain on the relationship. But I think what really helped us was to be completely honest and upfront at all times. So it was possible to always have the hard discussions right when it was needed without having really bad arguments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. That's a really good point. So what do you currently do to basically gain knowledge or just develop yourself kind of like in the business space? You read a lot, or where do you get your knowledge from, your resources?
Yeah, I read a lot, and I speak a lot with people.
What books?
Yeah, so the recent books that I've read are there's one called Drive, that's about what motivates people, that has actually been recommended by my business partner Alan, and that's one thing that we try to implement in the company on how to make sure that we have motivated people working with us and making sure that they are motivated on the long run.
What have you implemented? Like letting them read books, or what's the thing that you mean?
Well, it's mostly being responsible for their own career in the company. So making sure that they have full ownership of what they can do to be successful in the company. So that they feel like they're empowered to that basically the best, how can I put this, the best what has the most impact in their career is how they work. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. Cool. And I just cut you off. You wanted to say something else. You said books and
books, podcasts. So books, I would say, is mostly like the real management and high level stuff that requires thinking. And then the other thing, if I want to implement a bit more practical stuff, I would listen to podcasts or read blog articles from people I follow online.
What's your favorite podcast?
So for me, it's one that I really like is Modern Sales. Is this guy Liston Witherhill, who mixes sales and marketing and uses both to help us sell better. I think he's giving a lot of interesting insights and stuff you can really act on to try to improve your sales.
Got it. Okay. So for a lot of people, meeting different kinds of people along the way is something that really helped them along the way. So what I want to know is basically, who are 3 people except your family who have been most influential to you during your journey?
Yeah, so I would say in the last maybe 15 years, it's mostly been my business partner, Alan, with whom I've co-founded Arcanys. I think he's always been an incredible resource about business and also personal stuff. I've also been really influenced by my longtime friend Guillaume, with whom I have another business that I've known also for more than 20 years, and another good friend who's a seasoned entrepreneur that created a few also very successful companies that I speak with every now and then. I'm the godfather of his son, and so every time I travel with them to spend some family time, then we would discuss for days about strategies, sales strategies, and
Very cool. And what do you think as a CEO and founder that your core trait is that has helped you to become successful?
I think it's about grit, honesty, and trying to think about long-term value in general, long-term value creation, both for the company and for the client.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think that's what I'm always trying to think about.
So are these also things that you're trying to implement in every project or every company that you're invested in or that you're founded? These 3 things?
Yeah. Well, it not just depends on me, obviously, but I think the total openness and part is something that is really close to my heart. Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's super interesting. So, where do you think that your industry or the industry you're working in with the company your main focus at Arkansas is going to be in the next 5 years and in the next 30 years?
That's a difficult question.
Just give us your thoughts where you think it will go.
Yeah. So in the next 5 years, I'm not sure things would change drastically. The industry is growing. There's always a need for more software engineers. Of course, the technologies will change, but I think the bottom line of the work won't be any different.
How do technology changes affect your company or the people working at your company?
Mostly by the need of learning a lot more on a constant basis. So we need to do, of course, a bit of research on which technologies are going to be the next big thing. So we need to stay aware of that stuff. However, it's mostly driven by the business. So we react to the needs of the businesses that work with us.
Got it. So basically, when one of your clients or projects says, "Hey, we need this," then you internally develop your people to be better at that thing or that skill.
Yeah, and sometimes we try to do it a bit before feeling the need on things we know that are going to be required back down the road. Sometimes we're right, and sometimes we're wrong.
Okay, got it. And then give us the 30-year change or vision.
Well, that's a super long shot. I believe that a lot of things may be changing with the rising of artificial intelligence, machine learning, but I don't really know to which extent. I mean, this change will affect us. I think it's gradual changes that will come throughout these 30 years, and I think it's about not missing the bus and keeping and staying relevant for our clients.
Okay, got it. Cool. So where do you see yourself going in the next few years? You're gonna stay at that company and put all your time into that company, or you have other ideas, ventures coming up that you want to focus on?
I think for the next 5 years, there's I would keep on working with on Arcanys and on the other businesses that I have. It's something I really like, and I don't see myself wanting to do something else in the next 5 years. After that, I don't know. I never set myself a timeline, and I think as long as you feel you're contributing to the development of the company and you like what you're doing, there's no reason to change.
Okay, got it. Cool. And let's jump into the Fantastic Four. Question number one: is there a CEO that you're following or studying right now?
Yeah, I'm following mostly what Elon Musk is doing. I think the willpower and the vision he has is incredible. So it's really motivating to see someone that can just bend reality with his thoughts. And I also try to learn about Bill Gates more and more. I think he's also a really nice. He became a really nice inspiration with his foundation and the projects he's actually investing into. To move us in a better future.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Next question: do you have any routines that you strictly follow on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. My day's weekdays are pretty much always the same. So I wake up, have my breakfast, sometimes do a call with a client before I head to.
What time do you wake up? What time do you wake up?
Around 5:30 to 6.
Wow, that's early.
Well, the sun wakes up early in the Philippines, so.
Oh wow! Right.
Yeah.
So you wake up with the sun. That's
with
awesome.
The sun, yes, and then breakfast, calls. Then I go to CrossFit.
How often do you do sports every week?
5 to 6 times a week.
Amazing, very good.
I think it's a good way to just flush your brain from all the ideas, and it's good to start in the morning before going to work. So
totally.
Yeah. So, and then after that, the basic stuff, I have lunch, then go to the office. And one thing I never really compromise on is the amount of sleep I'm getting. I think this is really the key to be also balanced and recover from
How many hours do you sleep every night? Like 8, 7, 8?
between 8 and 9.
8 and 9. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you read the book Why We Sleep?
No, no.
It's
I've listened to a bunch of podcasts. I think that were related to that, but I haven't read that book. No.
Can really recommend that. It's amazing.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay, cool. So then you go to the office and then probably just do your daily routine there.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Next question. What's your favorite social media platform for business and what do you specifically use it for?
I'd say LinkedIn, mostly to research for potential leads or to advertise, or to simply have conversations with people that might be interested in our services.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
And
Cool.
that's the business side, I would say. And then another side of the sales and marketing is finding good employees or good developers. So we spend a lot of time on Facebook and Instagram, producing interesting contents for developers and showing how the life of the company is inside, and hopefully convincing them that they could work with us.
Does it work well for you guys to do it on Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah, it really works well. Yeah.
Amazing. Good to hear that. Okay. Last question, Frederic. What do you wish you would have started when you were 20 years old?
Maybe that I studied computer science instead of business right away. I think it would have helped me understand maybe the industry even better than I understand it now. And then move on to business if I look back. But yeah, you're always smarter after than before. So yeah,
that's very true. Okay, thank you so much for giving us your insights.
Yeah, no worries, Thomas.